The coolest part of every high school football Friday night is when the teams bust through the banners. And these days, those player entrances are getting more elaborate with smoke, blow-up helmets, and fireworks. Who wouldn't want to run through a banner before a high school football game?
A lot of schools do it to make it exciting for the kids and something they want to be a part of.
At Boyd Buchanan, it's come one, come all for the players' entrance.
I think that's a really, really cool thing. We hear a lot of parents talking about how it's like the highlight of their kid. They don't know anything else about the game, but they know when we come out that they get to go through the blow-up thing also.
And the more dramatic the entrance, the better.
We have a player of the week that we give a shield to, and they get to come out first. So when that smoke's going and that guy's holding that shield, it's kind of, they get to come out and raise it up and kind of get the entrance coming.
We had fireworks this year. We had a pregame announcement, with the National Weather Service giving a hurricane warning before we run on the field.
There are fireworks, and then there's Anderson County.
They call it the greatest show on turf. Every year before we go up there and play them now, we show it to them on video so they can hopefully be mentally prepared for what they're about to see.
And we can't forget the messages splashed across those banners.
The funniest one to me is like the playoffs. You see them put up, tell your girlfriend you'll be free next Friday, alluding to the fact that you're going to lose tonight. You're not going to be playing next Friday, so you'll have a date.
Probably the best banner I've ever seen. I'm going to date myself. This goes back to 1991. I was at Northwest Whitfield as assistant coach, and Marla Maples was coming in to crown the homecoming queen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
She was dating Donald Trump at the time.
Are you two back together?
Well, we are right now, aren't we, hon?
We were playing Murray County, and Murray County held up the biggest run-through sign I'd ever seen, and it was the caricature of Donald's ex-wife, Ivana Trump, and it said, she had the tiara, and it said, Ivana says, "Go Warriors." And when that thing went up, you could just hear the crowd. It got real silent for a second, and everybody just began to holler and laugh.
Yes, there are those awkward moments when the wind breaks the banner first or when someone trips.
We used to play over at Copper Basin, and they kind of had that deal where you had to come downstairs to get to the stadium. And I think we had a couple of young kids trip one night, and they took down like a whole class of freshmen.
You gotta love Friday nights.
That's one of the great memories I have from high school. High school is running through the sign on Friday night. Lots of fun.
Bradley sent